Okay, they're just a little over 2 weeks until Election Day, and CBS News is taking a look at efforts by self-appointed election protection advocates who say they are policing voter rolls specifically in the state of North Carolina. They are looking for suspected undocumented immigrants trying to vote despite no evidence that this has actually been an issue. It's part of a nationwide push by the GOP to challenge voter applications. I want to bring in CBS News chief legal correspondent Jan Crawford for more on this. Jan, this is such an important story, and just take our viewers back to when you first started researching this story, what you actually learned. I think there's a perception out there because there's a lot of propaganda out there about what perhaps undocumented immigrants may be doing. And what did you uncover?
Well, first of all, Vlad, our investigative team really took a deep dive into this and focused on North Carolina after you started seeing party leaders, including former President Trump, suggest that there's some widespread problem. And there's just no evidence that illegal immigrants or undocumented people try to vote at all, much less in large numbers that would affect the outcome of the election. So in focusing on North Carolina, they looked at a couple of lawsuits that the Republican Party has filed there. And as part of those lawsuits, one of the claims they make is about non-citizen voting. So we looked there. They found an audit that was done back in 2016 that showed only about 50 non-citizens had tried to vote in that state. So, the question is, and we talked to the president of this large Latino advocacy organization, the question is, why are Republicans doing that? Now, Democrats, and I think this is what's really interesting, are very suspicious of their motives. I mean, the Democrats say that Republicans are just trying to sow doubts about the election or lay the groundwork for potential challenges. But Republicans say, no, this is just part of our efforts to ensure voter integrity. That audit was in 2016, and it's a different world now. It's easier in some states to vote than it was then. And of course, they say there's more illegal immigration, or certainly has been in the last 4 years. So they say, no, we're just worried about election integrity. But the bottom line, I think, on all of this, Vlad, is that there's one thing both sides agree on, which is that it's illegal for non-citizens to vote. And so both sides say, we don't want illegal immigrants to vote. It's against the law. The question is, and again, much suspicion on both sides about why they're doing what they are.
Yeah, and also, Jan, though, we know that both Democrats and Republicans do not want illegal or undocumented immigrants to vote in elections, but only the Republicans are suggesting that Democrats actually do want illegal immigrants to vote in elections. And I wonder, in a world where words matter, where the words of the former president of the United States compelled thousands of people to attack the Capitol on that horrible day on January 6th, you sort of answered it, why the Grand Old Party is still pushing these election lies, because I wonder what they will do when people get themselves out on an illegal limb, who are self-described election police, policing people. They get themselves in legal jeopardy. You're not going to hear from the GOP about those folks who believed their elected leaders that there were problems where there aren't any.
Vlad, that is such an interesting point, and I think you really get to a point now with this race in a dead heat, right? Like the latest polling in the battleground states show it's evenly divided. Either candidate could win at this point. And so what are both sides going to do after that election? And this team of lawyers that the Democrats have and the Republicans have to ready to file challenges after the election. If Harris wins, obviously you're going to see challenges by the Trump attorneys. If Trump wins, you can surely bet Democrats already have their strategy. So, yes, the election is just 2 weeks away. But regardless of who wins, I think the one thing we can be sure is that there are going to be a lot of litigation about it, and the courts are eventually going to have to jump in.
That's right. Jan Crawford, I encourage everybody to check out Jan's full report. It's on CBSNews.com or through CBS News 24/7 because I just think it gives a lot of context of what we're talking about. Jan, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Sure.